I was calling about the guy that the listener called about on Friday, saying that he likes naked girl embarrassed in the woods.
Oh, okay, yeah. So as a reminder to everybody, the type of porn that he liked to watch is called, it was a category that none of us had ever heard of. It's a woman being embarrassed in the woods.
I think that maybe the way that he described it sounds weirder than he meant it.
Okay.
I read and write a lot of erotic fiction and like fantasy romance and stuff. I'm thinking I might have an idea of like what he was trying to explain. Like I could see a scenario where you're in like, I don't know, ancient Greece or something, and there's like a wood nymph or like some maiden bathing in the forest, and like so there's a little bit of that like voyeurism that like you come across her and she's all coy, like, oh no, you caught me, playfully. So like I'm just hoping that in his defense maybe it's more something like that, and I'm hoping that maybe the girl who called in is able to talk to him about how, first of all, like how some of these conversations were moving too fast, like she was saying. Maybe try to learn more about like what the appeal of that is for him. Yeah.
No, I think you're right. And I think like I never want to kink shame anybody on this show, and it's not what I'm about. And honestly, I told that caller, I was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think like, I think that you guys are just different compatibility in terms of how fast things are moving sexually, but I don't think that he did anything wrong per se, because I think that you know he's just a sexual person, and again I think he was actually being respectful and whatever. And I think it's great when people talk about their fantasies and their kinks and likes and dislikes ahead of time, ahead of actually having sex. I literally say that in my book, The Shift. I'm like, talk about sex before you have it, because I think that's why people get into so many situations where, you know, they have sex and it's like terrible, and then they don't feel comfortable talking about it. So it might be like a wood nymph or like a woman that she's like, I don't know, but like we all have weird fantasies. Like nobody is quote normal sexually. Nobody is like literally just think. And by the way, all the fantasies that are so normalized, like all the most common ones, are rooted in being fucking creepy. If you think about it, a school teacher, that's predatory. That is the most probably common fantasy that people, you know, say or whatever. Nurses, oh, we're sexualizing doctors and nurses like that. You know, all of them are perverse in a way, but it's just the ones that Spirit Halloween makes costumes for that we think are more normal. So I'm with you. I get it. I really do. Yeah. I don't want to kink shame that guy.
Yeah, so I think she should give him the benefit of the doubt, and I don't know, talk to him about it more, because it sounds like they were having a really good time otherwise.